Today I want to talk to you about my Patreon page and my 2018 goals. What's up, Liron here. Thank you for joining me in another video. And with this one, I just kind of want to free flow it. I don't know exactly what topics I'm going to talk about, but we're just going to get into it. But the main thing I want to mention is my Patreon page. So back in the day, I remember playing around with Patreon. And if you don't know, it's basically a platform that allows me as a creator, us as creators, to receive basically help from our audience in order to attain certain goals. For example, I set a financial goal of getting to X amount of money per month, and I explain exactly what I'm going to use that money, and then my audience can donate to my mission. Okay, so back in the day I tried playing around with it, but I didn't feel like it was really for me. And now after talking with a few friends about it, I actually decided to give it another try. Now the reason is that one of my main goals for 2018 is to get a studio of my own. I talked about it quite a bit. Now I wasn't really sure if I want to use Patreon for something like this, but then I figured that, I'm producing so much content and people on an occasional basis ask me how they can help and how they can maybe donate and help me just move things forward faster. And so this is why I decided to open up that lane, and actually I'm reviving my Patreon page. This basically means that you can pledge to donate on a monthly basis. There's like two options. The first option is $1 per month, and that is it. It's like $12 a year. And then the second one, and I believe that's actually it. I'm not sure. You just have to make sure that it's not like an added commission or something like this, but I don't think that that's anything. That's at least what I'm gonna get out of it. And then the other option is $5 a month, and that's the only two options. And for each of these, I actually give a reward. So if you're on the $1 tier, you get access to my Patreon feed, and what I'm gonna have there is more personal updates and things that I don't show on Instagram and Snapchat and here on YouTube. So basically what I'm gonna show you there is paintings that I never got to share on other places, because I do paint a lot and it's definitely not all coming through, even not on Instagram and Snapchat and other platforms, definitely not on YouTube. So kind of personal updates and works that you don't see anywhere else, and maybe even more details on works you have already just got a glance at, okay? But then another thing that I will share there is kind of updates with the YouTube schedule and sneak peeks to videos that are upcoming. So if there's a video I'm working on and I have just a few screenshots or maybe even a short clip of, I'm gonna try and share it there, okay? Now, it's not gonna be like crazy things. I don't want Patreon to add a lot of work to my workday because it's just so packed already. I basically say if you want to help, just $1 a month, you can donate there, and you're gonna get access to some to my Patreon feed with some cool stuff, but it's not like mind-blowing, really. But then we have the second tier, and that's the $5. So what I decided to do there is to share high-quality pics of my paintings, and have them and talk a bit about what I could improve and what I could do better. By the way, I have like a mosquito bite here. It's annoying the hell out of me. So this is why I'm itchy. So in any case, what I want to put there is high quality pictures of my paintings. And remember that Instagram and these places really downsize the quality of the photo. So here on Patreon, what I want to share is high quality photos of my paintings, with my self-critique of what I could have done better, what I could improve. Now, so we have the added value of the pictures being in much higher quality, but then also I will include paintings there that you didn't get to see anywhere, that I didn't show. Again, I paint more than I show. So I really think you may find this cool if you enjoy following me, and it's like $1 or $5 a month, and the whole idea is to just speed up the process of the studio, okay? Now, I'll probably make it even without that, but I do want to speed it up because there's a lot of value to that, and not just in terms of a place for me to create more freely and, maybe just in a better way. But also, the one thing I plan on doing immediately after I have my own studio is to increase the video frequency once again, not to 7 videos a week, but to 5. I think will be a good jump, like in the next step, because it's just gonna make things a lot easier. Okay, the studio is gonna be close to my place. I won't have to record outside, which is really time consuming and actually very challenging at times, even just psychologically. And so just a good place for me to create, to have good arrangements of still life, and just to do a lot of cool things. And it'll definitely be like your place as well, because I'm gonna show so much of my workday there, so you can basically feel like a part of my studio, okay? So that's the main goal I have for 2018. I wrote down as a milestone on Patreon $600. That's kind of the sum I will need. Kind of a loose milestone, and then we have the next one that's $1,000. We're gonna talk about that in a future video. It's not that important at the moment, but if you want to support me, definitely check out the Patreon page, see if the rewards are something that you'll be interested in, and just like $1 and you get sneak peeks to future videos and some more personal updates and access to paintings that other people don't see. So I think it could be really fun if you're looking for a way to help me complete my mission, okay? What I basically want to do, and I talk about it a lot here, there are 2 main things I want to do. And the first one, it's written on my channel, is to inspire people to create fully and with courage and with passion, and to just not be afraid to bring out their own creative expression. That's the first thing. And the second goal that kind of developed with time is I want to give watercolor a higher status than it currently has. I want to make it cool. I want to bring a lot of young people into it. And there are a lot of young people that do watercolor, but maybe even the more traditional aspect of watercolor and less the illustration-like or illustrative aspect of it. So I just want to make this medium even cooler than it actually is. And the way I plan on doing this is basically with my content, and I have a few other ideas for, I actually have a really cool idea. I don't even remember if I ever told it to you, but I plan on making videos that are, I think I mentioned it once, visually pleasing with really cool music, the type of music I like, that will just be fun to look at and not necessarily educational. But their potential is they can attract so many other people to the medium. That's one aspect. Another one is, oh yeah, like maybe more collaborations and interviews with other artists. Like I have a lot of ideas on how to bring more passion into this area of watercolor that kind of feels like it has a bit of less status than oil painting or other media. So this is like the main 2 goals. And I have to tell you, we had like, and I talk about it in a podcast actually, we had a watercolor group meetup in Tel Aviv, and I swear this was so weird, and it was just amazing to me. So this father and son walked by, and a lot of people stopped by, a lot of people talked to us, a lot of people took interest because it's like 5 or 6 people that are painting in the middle of the boulevard, and it's just an interesting sight. So I had a lot of interesting conversations that day, but one thing that really caught my attention, there was a father and a son, and they walked by, and as they walked by, it was like a movie. The son tells the father, and he was like maybe 7 or 6, he told his father, Dad, I want to learn how to paint. And I was like, bam, this is why I do this. And it just felt really incredible. So yeah, that was a happy moment. So in any case, this is my mission, this is what I want to achieve, and I just thought, why not try leveraging Patreon for that? If it can get me there faster, I will definitely go for that. So I don't know, we'll give it a try, we'll see how it goes. If I decide eventually that I don't like it, I'll let you know and we can cancel the whole thing, but I do want to give it a shot. Okay, so check it out, I will put a link in the description box below, also probably here somewhere, just letting you know, you can type that in, you go there, you decide to pledge either $1 or $5 a month, and basically you really help me achieve my goal. So thank you for that, and really, regardless of that, thank you for the attention here and for viewing my videos. It's incredible. I hit 11,000 subscribers, which is insane. My goal for this year was a little lower than 10,000 even, like my realistic goal, and it exceeded my expectations. I forgot how to talk. It exceeded my expectations, and I'm so thankful for that, and really thank you for all the kind comments. And I think it's just a really good thing we have here, and I'm planning on keeping most of my focus is actually YouTube. Aside from all the products that I make and sell, and the courses and the books, most of my focus really goes here to you. So thank you so much for allowing me that. Now, let's take a bit of a turn in terms of the 2018 goals in general. So I have the studio, I have a few other things that I plan on releasing this year, a couple of courses on watercolor that I've been asked about this a lot in the past when I'm going to do that, and I wasn't feeling still prepared, but now I do feel prepared to tackle some maybe simple aspects of the medium, so I'll definitely keep you updated on that. I have a more of a fitness related goal of just putting more emphasis on working out and eating healthier, which I already started incorporating, and it actually made me feel a lot better. Just within 3 or 4 weeks, like, I dropped almost all white flour basically, and it just was a huge change and improvement. So that's on a more personal note. I'm thinking about what else could be interesting to you. Yeah, this is pretty much it. One more thing I do want to, I think this will happen towards the second half of 2018. I plan on upgrading most of my recording gear, so I'm gonna have, I want to get a GoPro, which I've been thinking about for a while, and use it for videos just to make them a little more dynamic, a little more interesting. I have a few very creative ideas that I'm going to share with you actually, but I won't spoil them for now. So a GoPro, slow motion, camera that allows to do slow motion, better quality. My iPhone can do that, but something a little better. An additional camera because I want the 4K quality. Some more tripods, and hopefully in the studio I'll have an arrangement that allows me to create very easily and document it very easily. So there will be like a permanent desk with a camera that's always on, always there, always even charged, I think. I just want the creation aspect and the documentation of the creation aspect to be so flawless and so effortless. Okay, I just want to be able to get in the studio, turn on the camera, and bam, here I go, and I can share with you a lot more of what I'm doing, including the business part, including when I work on new products, including showing you the marketing aspect, the ads, all of those things that could be, I think, incredibly interesting to people who want to make who want to achieve financial success around their art making. Not necessarily building a business, but having, I don't know, a product to sell, things like this. By the way, another goal I have for this year is to sell a painting for a sum of money that I won't say in front of the camera, but it's a pretty high one. And yes, I don't know exactly how all of these things are going to happen, but I do know what I'm going to do to allow them. And this is it. I just want to thank you again so much for joining me along this crazy journey and hopefully benefiting from it as well and learning from it as well. Thank you so much. I really enjoy making these videos, and I plan on continuing and increasing the frequency more and more and improving my teaching skills and improving my everything that I can. I just want to, and this is especially something I thought about in regards to platforms like crowdfunding platforms like Patreon, is I want to direct all of that back into my work. I also mentioned this in one of my recent podcasts, that I'm less motivated by financial goals. What I'm actually looking for is increasing my distribution and getting to as many people as possible. This is something I talked about here on YouTube as well many times. So basically, everything that comes from Patreon is going to go straight back into the business, and I think it could be really, really helpful. So in any case, thank you so much for watching this video. Check out the links, everything in the description box, Instagram, Snapchat, podcasts, Patreon. Everything is there, and I really, really want to thank you once again, and I will see you again in another video really soon.